Hell figure. Thursday evening, I'm your illustrious and praiseworthy host, Troy Terrain, PKA star from Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Okay, welcome aboard. I had an okay day. For anybody who cares, I almost had to burn some sage. I've never done that before. If anyone can recommend some calming sage, because I had to get some people off my, just get them out of my, my line of thinking, you know? Other than that, I'm okay. Welcome aboard, Troll Babies. How you guys doing? Can you hear me? Testing, testing, testing. And please check the spelling on the screen. I'm going there. I have no knowledge about borderline personality disorders, but I watched a video earlier of, she appeared to be a very informative psychologist or a psychiatrist. I'm not sure. I don't know this world. She was talking that talk, and I had to question myself. Can I spot some type of disorder in people? Now, keep in mind, I'm a man of experience, a man of a certain age. I have worked with many different types of people, and some of them, I know they've had disorders. Some of them were clinically diagnosed, if I'm saying this right. Some of them were not. I have dated all sorts of women. Some of them took pills, you know, I guess to even things out. A few of them were cutters. Now, that's a very dark place, but I've experienced things over the years, shall we say. But then what made me want to even approach this topic, can you spot a borderline personality disorder, is because I had to look within and say, what type of people do you attract? Cheers. And even though I myself have never been depressed, life is just great. It always has been. I have to question, have I been or am I an enabler of people who have borderline personality disorders? Now, I want some educated people to call in tonight and educate me and the viewers. Come on, all right? And one other thing I want to ask you before we get started. What is a dissociative identity disorder? I got all these fancy terms, and I got some research here, and we're going to talk about this, all right? Again, what is a dissociative identity disorder? Supposedly that's very rare. I don't know. All right, also, my main topic, Nick Cannon, to have his fourth baby in 6 months. What say you, black man, original man, huh? What do you think? How do you feel? Now, he can afford it. Yes, no, maybe? Oh, Ruger Ronnie will be with me shortly. Oh, she was talking hella crazy. Ronnie, keep that same energy when you call in. Because I said, well, listen, he can afford to have the kids. And she said, no. And she had some very, very good points. Now, to my knowledge, I don't have a lot of paperwork on Nick Cannon. Never met the guy. Does he have lupus? He has a disease. And a couple of years ago, he was on the Howard Stern show, and he was talking about why wear condoms. Now, I only saw part of that clip today because, again, I was busy as hell. But, Nick Cannon, what do you think? If you can afford the kids, why not? Why not? And, according to the New York Post, pardon me, that's my source here. NewYorkPost.com, Nick Cannon to have fourth baby in 6 months. Now, I think he's in line for 7 kids, yes? Supposedly. Or 3 more are on the way. Troll babies, help me out, please. We'll get to it. Okay. All right, I want to take it nice and slow. Also, hey, man, I have to ask a question. TK Kirkland, oh, that's my nigga. We spoke about a year or two ago He called into the show, maybe 2 years ago, called into the show, had a great conversation. Is he dry snitching on Vlad TV? On Vlad TV, troll babies? Is TK Kirkland dry snitching? Something about he knows the girl that Carmelo Anthony got pregnant. And then he started dropping names of some other basketball player. And he was trying to think, and then Vlad got the phone and he said, yeah, that's it. Is TK on that dry snitching shit? Lord have mercy. Okay, we'll talk about that. All right, and if anybody wants to chime in with regards to Tamir Rice's mother going at my guy Talcum X. Sean King. Hey, anybody remember, pardon me, Sean King? Maybe 3 years ago, he called into the show. We did a show called Is Sean King Part of the Problem? He was in the live chat saying, yo, I'm trying to call. And I said, man, get the fuck out of here. Super chat, Cash App. I don't look in the live chat. Anybody remember that? He sent in a Cash App and he called in. We had a great conversation, but they call him Talcum X. Okay. Hang on a second. I just want to get my head nice and right. And I want to make sure everything is set and situated. Pardon me for starting late. I'm really taking my time, and I'm leaving again this weekend for my trip up north and a few other stops. And I just had to get everything situated here. But again, in the showrunner, can you spot a borderline personality disorder? And what is a borderline personality disorder? And I've got a couple of sources here. And Ronnie, whenever you're ready, let's get you in here, Ronnie, to help me out because she sounded like she knew, this particular arena. A borderline personality disorder is a mental disorder characterized by unstable moods, behavior, and relationships. Now, I'm a full narcissist. Ego-driven. Proud scumbag, Bottom feeder, purveyor of lower frequencies. I've never been depressed. I mean, I've always had something to do. I've been a reader all my life. I read books. I even bought myself a brand new bass guitar here. I just got a vintage 1978 Fender Jazz with a maple neck. So I'm busy throughout the day, and as you know, I go to Lake Lanier and other places. But I have had girlfriends who I know had, disorders, and they were great people. But I'm going to keep it so real with you. Have I been slightly prejudiced towards them? Yes. If I knew that they had to go see a psychiatrist or if they took a pill, in my mind, I would say, don't procreate with her. Is that wrong, troll babies, to think like that? I've never been depressed, so why would I want to mix my DNA with somebody who's got, issues? Am I wrong to think like that? If you need mental help, I don't want to have kids with you. All right, where's Ruger Ronnie? Let's go, Ronnie. I see a few calls. Hang on, guys. I want Ronnie and I to set the tone. Is she ready? Okay, what is this noise? Oh, hang on, I got to turn the notifications down. Pardon me. This phone is too fucking fancy for me. Too fancy. Are you ready? Okay. She's back from another strike. Rumor had it that she was going over to the Joe Budden network. Greasy Ronnie, are you in the building? Ronnie.
Hey, Star, how are you?
Hey. You're back from someplace, Africa, Hawaii, Aruba, I don't know, or strike, but you're back, yeah?
I am back. I'm back like cooked crack.
Okay. Hey, so I know nothing about personality disorders, and I already admitted that I had been, insensitive. That's what, insensitive to females that I've dated. Great people, but I just, if you took a pill every day, or if you had some type of temperament issues, I would say, hey, I'll smash it, but that's as far as this is going to go. Do you have any knowledge and experience with borderline personality disorders?
Well, I'm going to preface everything I'm saying by first saying that I'm not a licensed psychiatrist, psychologist, clinical therapist, none of that. But to be honest with you, I think we all have. We're all familiar with the stereotypical homeless person who's angry and ranting and talking to themselves and, maybe talking to inanimate objects. That would be a characteristic of kind of like what you described, maybe with the ranting. That might be a little bit beyond borderline personality disorder. That might be full-blown psychosis or something to that effect. But I think we're all familiar with, these people who are just forever angry and ranting, and their moods just change up and shift. And we all know that person. And so we all know that person isn't really well. And those are the people that, we look at as though their elevator doesn't go all the way to the top.
Now, I see it differently. I talk to myself every morning, and I've been very open and honest about that. And I've been doing that since I was a child. And not only do I have what I consider to be great conversations, but I come to conclusions. I find nothing wrong with people, whether they're homeless or not, who talk to themselves. Just because they don't want to play the game of society does not mean that they're of a lesser standard. I think that some people just choose not to play the game. But with regards to this borderline personality disorder, and again, the reason why I even want to approach this is because over the years, I have employed people. I have possibly enabled people. I have witnessed people do some very obscure things, and it doesn't bother me. I don't see them as lesser human beings. I had a girl one time, we were eating breakfast, and she flung the goddamn plate food all over the place. I just kept eating my raisin toast and looked at her and said nothing. I wasn't impressed. I wasn't trying to intrude in her space. I didn't say this bitch is crazy. I just said, hey, she's having a moment. Let me give her space. But you see it differently? You think these people are what? Slightly deranged? Where you going?
Well, first, I want to say that there's nothing wrong with talking to yourself. Right. You do that. I do that. Very many people do that. Yeah. I think I also read an article that said it's like a sign of, of intelligence. But I'm talking about arguing with yourself, arguing with inanimate objects when I was describing the stereotypical homeless person who's just shouting in an empty bus station, but personality disorder, borderline personality disorder is very specific. Could you give what you gave a couple examples of the traits or the behaviors?
Yeah, hang on a second, because I want you and I to go over this very slow. According to Wikipedia, borderline personality disorder, more than 3 million U.S. cases per year, treatable by medical professionals, chronic, can last for years or be lifelong, requires a medical diagnosis, lab test or imaging not required. And hold on a second. Hold on. I've got some other notes here. What are the trademarks of borderline personality disorder? What does it feel like to have borderline personality disorder? How is BPD different from other personality disorders? What do you want to jump in?
So I think with the borderline personality disorder, that's it sounds like it's mostly characterized by sudden changes and shifts in the personality, whereas the person is going from, extreme highs to extreme lows, maybe exceptionally giddy one moment, and then just like chronically irate and angry the next moment, sounds like.
But you see, I like
because
that.
If it's
I like that. I think those are some of the best people to have a conversation with. And you keep saying homeless. I find, and if I can just go left here for a second, I find some people, I have found some people over the decades who are homeless, not to be lowlifes. They just don't want to be intertwined with, losers who get up and who go to work every goddamn day. They don't want to play the game of, give me, I got more than you. I got a brand new car. Look at my shoes. They don't want to play that game. And I've said before, I have an uncle, moved out to the Midwest. He just doesn't want to be bothered. I don't think he's a bad person. He just doesn't want to be bothered. Why do you keep saying homeless as if it's a bad thing?
No, I was trying to give an extreme example that I think most people are familiar with or have seen at least once in their life.
Okay.
But of course, this is not exclusive to people that are homeless. It could be somebody who's living in a very terrible living situation. Maybe they're living in a shelter. Maybe they're living, they're couch surfing. Maybe they're living in a basement. Maybe they're living in an unstable situation. The guy, Ronnie O'Neill, he was, I guess they were renters of that home. I don't know if he was a homeowner, where he allegedly, he's been convicted now, murdered the girlfriend, his disabled daughter, and tried to murder the other son. He obviously had some sort of mental disorder, and it seemed like his personality changed, within the span of minutes. When you look at his opening arguments, his closing arguments,
Gotcha.
When he's going through the cross-examinations, you can see him, he goes from yelling at the jury to, he thanked the detective that adopted his surviving son. So I'm saying that to say that that's the man who wasn't homeless,
Okay.
who obviously has some sort of mental defect.
Okay. I think he was just a slick nigger. I think when he realized the charade was up and they said guilty, he was as calm. He'd have nothing to say. Hold on a second. Let's bring in area code 518. Good evening, Thursday. We're talking about a few things. Any experience with borderline personality disorders?
Yeah, Star, this is one that half your male listenership are experts at, because borderline affects women 3-1. And if you've ever dated a woman who has destroyed your shit, or
Sir, you're going to stop with the profanity right now, or you are out of here.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Out of here. The next curse word, you're out of here. Keep that in mind. Go ahead.
Wouldn't dream of it. Now, if you've ever had your car torn up, if you've ever had a pregnancy faked, there's an excellent chance that the person that perpetrated that on you is borderline personality disorder, because one of the actual symptoms that they use to diagnose it is your inability to handle abandonment. That can extend to not getting a phone call on a specific evening.
That's the word they use in that YouTube video I saw earlier. Abandonment. Go ahead, please continue. Abandonment.
So what that leads to is this is all in the diagnosis, all in the symptoms. It leads to deep paranoias, identity issues, and basically what you just call a general freakout. And it is destructive as hell, particularly because, men punch each other, but women deal in reputation destruction, right? So when you're talking to a guy and he's going on and on about his baby mama or alimony or whatever it is, and you don't know if he's crazy or if she's crazy, you can't judge, of course, but there's an excellent chance that there's some borderline stuff going on in there.
Okay, now hang on a second. I like what you're saying. Now try to be objective.
Okay.
Am I a douchebag? Because I like chicks like that who lose it. I like them when they flip out, tear up the bathroom, and then they go into the kitchen and they make a quiche or something, and I just I don't even bother to ask, hey, what's going on? Are you all right? I go with the flow. Am I a douchebag? Or should I be more, endearing, whatever you call that word?
Here's what I would say. What do they say about addictions? It's not a problem if you can afford it. So if you can afford it, God bless you.
Yeah. Okay. Ronnie, any comments to what the caller's saying, or do we let this man have the last word?
I do think that addiction can be a problem even if you can afford it, because addiction can ultimately cause you to lose your life. So you can't spend that money when you're dead.
Hey, man, before you go, any thoughts? Do you care about Nick Cannon? He's expecting like 7 or 8 kids in the next couple of months. Do we have a problem, or is this just, a guy with money doing what he wants to do?
It's an Ocho Cinco scenario. If it's within the budget, then God bless. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Okay. Thank you for your call, man. Salute. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Okay. All right. Folks, we're going at a different pace tonight. And again, I watched this video earlier. Ronnie, I sent you the link. I can't pronounce the doctor's name. She was hot for an older chick because I don't really like, she was hot for an older chick. She was dropping what I perceived to be, good information. Do you have her name by any chance?
Let me pull it back up because I don't want to butcher her last name.
Here it is. Ramani Durvasula. However you say that. She had on some flat shoes. She looked hot. Looked like she could take it on all fours. Am I a lowlife, guys, troll babies? Because girls who have these types of issues, I go with the flow. I don't try to, talk down to them. In fact, I think that's probably the best time to smash them is when they're in a rage. Babe, come here, babe. Let me hold you, kiss you. Give them that affection for a few minutes. Also, coming up a little bit later, let me put this on the screen right now. Pow! There's your boy. You voted for him. My guy, Trump, he was doing the damn thing. You voted for this bozo, Joe Biden. His administration has announced more police funding. Are you happy now? And he's taking the money away from the defense goddamn programs. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. We'll come back to that. I just want to put that idea for right now. Ronnie, before we go to more callers, did you speak on Nick Cannon? Because you were really just like earlier, you were like, yeah, he's a lowlife or something. What were you saying about Nick Cannon and all these kids, Ronnie?
Oh, I mean, where do we start?
Take your time.
I just think that, Nick Cannon is a simp who pretends to be, undertaking some sort of righteous mission to help populate the earth. For instance, there's like an ABC news clip resurfacing where he references the Bible as far as being fruitful and multiplying. But it's a little too convenient for the guy who doesn't even identify as a Christian to use scripture to justify allowing 511 IG thoughts to get check babies out of you. The fact that these women turn their wombs into ATMs is just the tip of the iceberg, because you have to consider that, while they were just looking to get a baby out of the deal, they could have also contracted something that money can't fix. Okay. Think about it. No amount of money is going to change Charlie Sheen's test results, right? So, I just think they're all playing Russian roulette with their life.
Now, he wraps his head. And for those who don't know, when people wrap their heads, and if they wear hijabs, it's not that they're covering anything. Well, we think, or you think, they're covering themselves. And to some degree they are, but it's really because they are enlightened. Maybe he's on a higher level right now. Maybe he wants to leave his seed. I mean, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's what he felt he had to do. He had to, plant his seed in fertile soil. Do you think Nick Cannon is just having fun, or do you think there's any religious, belief system to what he's doing? Ronnie?
I think more than being a simp, Nick is a huge hypocrite. He runs around preaching black power, black love, black unity, quoting Minister Farrakhan, talking about the black family unit, and he's out here intentionally creating broken homes with racially ambiguous women. So he can take the turban all the way off. He's not living a true polygamous lifestyle in the literal sense of creating a stable community household where everyone lives together cohesively as a unit. He's created fractured homes. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, it's nice that Nick has the money to afford these children, but the reality is that he's displaying the same lifestyle choices that we criticize people without money for. We can't call out baby mama, baby daddy culture and talk about the statistics and then give Nick a pass for perpetuating the very same thing just because his check clears. That's hypocritical. But, Nick, he's a hypocritical guy. So he's trying to sell 7 kids with 4 different women, 4 kids in a span of 6 months as some sort of noble undertaking. He's quoting the Bible one minute, next minute he's got the turban, then he's a Moor. Next he's referencing the NOI and the 5% teachings. I was surprised he didn't convert to Judaism after the Jews checked him and he went on that yeshiva apology tour.
Right. Ronnie back with the smoke. Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't put a yarmulke on.
It's coming. The mailman, I got your super chat. Thank you, sir. Story, you did fish scale for years. Yes, from 81 until 91. Yes. Of course, you're all to yourself. Stop it, nigga. Okay. Blade, thank you for the donation. That's very vulgar, Blade. I appreciate you, man, but can you lighten that up a little bit, please? It's early in the evening. Thick boy pleasure. I got your super chat. Folks, if you can't get through on the phone lines, at the top of the live chat is the PayPal information. Let me make sure I spell that correctly. Hang on a second. starboyradio@gmail.com. I say again, PayPal is starboyradio@gmail.com. All right? Let's bring in area code. Who's calling from 904? Good evening. Thursday. Are you there?
Nigga, it's me. It's your boy, Florida Boy J, man. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, player? Did you text me?
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago, man.
Okay, well, good to hear from you, player. We're shaking. What's cracking?
Yeah, man, we good, man. What's going on, Ronnie? Happy to have you back on the line. We chilling. What's popping, man? I just came back from Orlando recording episode 15, Perspective Facts podcast.
Nice.
The live chat was going nuts. Ronnie was even in there kicking up dust with motherfuckers in the live chat. So it was lit. It was up. And we can talk about that later. But
nice.
But, let's get to these topics.
Let's go. Nick Cannon, baby after baby after baby. What say you, sir?
Number one, I want to know why Future gets slandered for doing the same thing Nick Cannon is doing, and Nick Cannon's getting praised. But what I think what's going on with Nick Cannon is he's being expected to be found deceased somewhere in the near future.
Okay.
Because what he said on Howard Stern and how he's moving, he's not expecting to be around too long.
Right.
So so basically he's having these kids, and when he passes away and his will gets broken up, his kids are going to be supposedly well off financially, but that's money can't replace having a father figure. You know what? And then on top of the fact, you can't sit here and assume that the mother of your children, no matter how you write the will of trust, is going to do right by that kid
right.
with the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like Tamika Wright. You know, I'm pretty sure Eazy-E thought when he was signing over his rights to her that she was going to do what was best for all his kids, and turned out that's not the case. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hang on a second now, FBJ. I'm not even sure if I met her, Eazy-E's widow, Tamika Wright, but, you know, yes, Eazy-E was slinging the raw tool. But now that does not mean that all those kids were going to amount to anything, you know. And I interviewed one of his sons. Good guy. But, you know, just because your father was loaded and rich does not mean that you should live a life of luxury. I don't believe that. Sometimes you have to leave no will, like Prince did, so they can fight over it. I don't see her as the bad person, Tamika Wright. You're talking about, again, Eazy-E's widow. She now controls everything with Ruthless Records, pardon me.
Yeah.
But with regards to Nick Cannon, what does he have, lupus? I forget. He's not healthy, and I don't say that to be disrespectful. Is it lupus? Ronnie, can we confirm this? I think it's lupus. Give her a second. Let's see if we can find lupus. Okay. So he's trying to plant his seed. Is his seed tainted? I don't know anything about lupus, if it transfers to to your offspring. Do you know anything about this or no?
I'm not well versed in lupus, but this might be unpopular, but salute to the women he is impregnating. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think they're none of them are ugly. They're all fine women. I'm pretty sure the genes will be well off if Nick Cannon has money. He's 6 foot something, and he's impregnating these supermodel chicks. I'm pretty sure his kids are going to come off well off genetically as far as physically wise. Now, if lupus is going to pass through the bloodstream, that's something I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm not going to knock a man like Nick Cannon who has the money and the power to knock up 5, 6 racially ambiguous women at the same time and all of them be cool about it. There is nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
I salute what he's doing, except the fact that if he knows he doesn't have that much time on Earth, why populate the Earth with kids you cannot raise? I'm not for that.
Okay. Ronnie or Florida Boy Jay, or any of the babies' mamas he's having kids with, are they dark skinned? Or are they all like Ronnie? Come on, Ronnie.
As I said before, they are all racially ambiguous. And I know that's going to sound funny coming from me.
Go ahead, finish up. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah. All those women are racially ambiguous. I don't know what they are, but they ain't black. Yeah.
Big Aki, I see you, sir, via PayPal. Thank you for your support. He says, I can spot it. One girl I knew would switch from Caribbean to goth to pro-black to a valley girl in one semester. Accents and dressing included. LOL. Yeah. It's not just the mood swings. It's I got the paperwork here. Is it identity something or other, Ronnie? Do you have any notes? Is it something to do with identity disorder, or am I saying that right or wrong? And FBJ, do you have any experience with borderline personality disorder? FBJ.
I'm pretty sure I have a cousin who's 2 months younger than me, but me and him literally grew up together. We didn't go to public school together, but literally I would consider him my brother at a certain point.
Okay.
But always growing up, he was one of those kids who you'll be playing games at 1 minute, next minute he's like choking you out because he's like going nuts, and the next minute he's laughing till tears.
Okay.
And then the next minute he's super serious. And he wasn't somebody who was like slow or anything. He made A's and B's. He went to FAMU after high school, and the reason I'm telling you this story is because in black society, we don't treat mental health. You know what I'm saying? And what happened with him was his grandparents never identified why his screws were loose, why is he too hyper, why is he always having mood switches. They were looking at it as long as you make the grades and you have the appearance of being normal, we're going to let it fly. Once he got to college and got out of the supervision of the family, he kind of veered off. And last time I checked, he was locked up and he was getting arrested for homeless trespassing.
Okay.
So I feel like something happened, a chemical imbalance that went untreated finally spilled over, and now I can't get the same cousin back that I knew all my life. He is out of whack.
Gotcha.
And not that he talks to himself, he always talks to himself, but you can see his mental being deteriorated because he's not being treated, and he has a lot of personality. Trust me.
Stop right there. Stop right there. If I can put something on the table here, again, I have very little knowledge, if any, about this borderline personality disorder, but I was very fascinated by the video that I watched earlier. Would black men who prefer light skin or white women, would they have or would they qualify for a borderline personality disorder? Let me say that
You
again.
asking me?
Let me say that. Well, I'm asking whoever. You and Ronnie both on the line. Black men who prefer light skin or white women over dark skin, but yet they talk that the black woman is God, peace, queen, yada, yada, yada. Would they have a borderline personality disorder? Emotional and other things are under that umbrella. Unstable.
I'm just going to say no.
Behavior. Jump in there. Why not? Why not?
Because to me, dating women of, Nick Cannon's baby mom's caliber, I feel like it's not like you're role switching, or code switching, or changing your personality because you're dating these racially ambiguous women. I don't really view a guy switching up his personalities or how he acts based off of, the women he's dating on a mental level like that, on some multiple personality disorder. I don't think it's that deep.
Hold on. Jump in, Ronnie.
I'm not going to say it's a mental disorder. I'm definitely going to say it's incompatible. It's contradictory because dating is one thing. But when you create life, when you're intentionally creating life with somebody, that's a conscious decision that you're making. So if you're running around saying the black woman is God, peace queen, he named one of his daughters powerful queen. Let me get you some of these names. Named one of them powerful queen, another one golden, another one Zion, another one she named the baby Zillion Air. Zillion Air. Okay, she might as well have named it Ka-ching, or Cash or something like that. But the
Ronnie back with the bullshit. Pay attention.
Is that this guy wants to hold the flag for black love and the black family unit. You're not creating black homes, sir, and you're creating broken homes at that.
Okay. And hang on a second, guys. Listen, I'm a high school dropout, and I'm just mentally massaging this. I just typed in something with regards to my question. Do black men who prefer light skin or light complected females or white females, would they fall under the umbrella of borderline personality disorders? Do you know what came up? Identity disturbance. FBJ, with all due respect, sir, you're a proud black man, but you're not interested in dark-skinned women, correct? Might you have identity disturbance? Respectfully.
Sorry, that is incorrect. I would date a dark-skinned woman. I've dated dark-skinned women. I'm just not currently in a relationship with a black woman.
Oh, Jay.
I would date.
Don't walk back your comments from weeks ago. Don't walk them back, man.
I said
Come
I
on.
don't want no nappy-headed. I said I don't want no nappy-headed.
Sir, can you please don't repeat it? Don't repeat it. Please don't repeat it. I don't want to have to edit things out. Never mind what you said. But what you said was not respectful towards black women. Might you have identity disturbance? I'm looking at it right here, according to verywellmind.com. Just a question.
No, because like I said before, I would date a black woman. It's just a certain type that I wouldn't date.
Okay.
That's nothing to do with the skin color.
You'd smash, but you wouldn't wife her, right? You wouldn't wife her.
Yeah, it's a lot of women I would smash and wouldn't wife, but it's not going to be based off of her skin color. It's going to be based off of how she acts as that black woman.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me bring in area code 410. Good evening. We're just having a a light discussion. Are you there? 410, Thursday evening.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Sir, can you turn that down?
So look, check this out, Star.
Sir, can you turn that down in the background, please?
Love your show, man.
Sir, can you turn that down in the
I
background?
love your show.
Okay, thank you. Can you turn that down in the
All
background?
right, hold on. Let me take this outside real quick. Kids watching TV.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, I agree. You gotta have some type of disorder. I talk to a lot of my friends that are dark skinned, and all of them have light skin and white women. And I say, what's wrong with you, boy? You don't like yourself?
Right.
They all give me the answer. With dark skinned people make ugly babies or some goofy like that, right?
Goofy, yeah.
Then I check out the dark skinned women, and I only deal with African women, black women. I'm just starting to kind of like a white woman. She's cool, but the fact is, they all want something different from themselves, and I think that's hatred within yourself.
Okay.
But the identity thing, personality traits, yeah, we're all crazy. I wake up in the morning, just like you said, I talk to myself, prep myself, let's go. Get up, let's go.
Right.
You know, what the world got for me today? Is it going to be some BS or whatever? I'm fitting to handle it. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the South, from Virginia.
Okay.
And a lot of crazy stuff happening out here. So, got to talk to you.
Well, listen, I'm just asking the question. I don't have the answers,
Drop
man.
a flex bomb for Ronnie.
Yeah, I wake up and I get to going, man, and I'm watching different educational videos and things, and this piqued my interest because again, I'm wondering, do I enable people that have personality disorders? I mean, I have given people careers who I'm not gonna say no names. Back in my radio days, used to come in, I got them a check, and they wouldn't say good morning to me. They wouldn't say good morning to me, but a white person would come around, hey, good morning, to the white person. I said, look at this. Look at this. You feel me? What the hell? Anyway, good. I'm ready.
I feel you. I think there's nothing wrong. If you just look at the surroundings, if you go outside and just check out the normal person you talk to, the bums, the working man, the rich woman, whatever, we all talk to ourselves crazy, especially the person that speaks to himself in third party a lot. Like, not to bring him up, but I'm going to bring him up because I love this.
Sir, don't put anybody's name out there that we then have to explain. Just, we're having a good conversation. Keep it right here.
Okay. I feel you. Okay. It's a guy that I watch on YouTube.
That's fine.
Always saying he's going to turn into the third person to express himself.
That's fine.
Well, nigga, you who you are. Just be who you are. Just express yourself without turning to the third person. Right. I think that's ludicrous.
Yeah.
And
Nick, so hang on a second. So before we shift gears,
he is a joke.
Hang on, sir. Before we shift gears. So my question: do some black men have an identity disturbance? Thus, the reason why they don't prefer dark-skinned women. That's what it's called.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do. Especially the ones who aren't brown-skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I believe the darker you are, sometimes the more ill you can become. Because, just check it out. How many dark-skinned people you see with dark-skinned people?
I've said this before, and sometimes people either they don't hear me or they don't believe me. In the back of my mind, I'm still looking for my Judy Pace or my Teresa Graves. I'm in Atlanta. I'm looking for dark-skinned girls. I'm not looking for nothing high yellow, and I sure ain't looking for no white girls. I've been dating white girls all my life. I grew up dating white girls. I'm looking for some dark chocolate in Atlanta. But for some reason, they don't feel me like that.
Wow. See, this is wild, man. I got somewhat of the same complex going on. So dark-skinned women love me, okay? Light-skinned women hate my guts.
Okay.
But white women adore me. And I just found a white woman to appreciate me for who I am and my woman and kids.
Okay.
So it's crazy.
Are you dark-skinned? Why are they attracted to
you?
I'm
brown-skinned, team brown-skinned.
Okay. I had a tall-ass, dark-skinned girl reject me a couple of months ago. I was downtown at some fancy hotel. I was spitting a little ism at her, and she said, I don't like you. She said, you're a little too arrogant.
What?
So she said, well, we're at the bar. We're at the bar. She's with some of her friends, and she just outright said, I don't like you. But dark skin girl, fine as a motherfucker. Anyway, go ahead and finish up, man. Nick Cannon, what do you think?
Okay.
Baby after baby.
He should be canceled at all costs. Nick Cannon is the fakest. I mean, since Nickelodeon, man, Nick Cannon is just weak. He doesn't stand on anything he speaks on. Wow. He doesn't show pro-black people how to stand up for injustice, or even that he has his own mind when it comes to speaking on culture, religion. He's getting G-checked everywhere he go. I don't have no problem with a man laying his rod.
Okay.
But can you show us a dark-skinned woman you laying your rod with, or you know what I'm saying? Like, what type of, like, all of them are like, that's what I'm saying. Ronnie she hit it right on the nose. She needs a flex bomb. She needs gunshots. She needs,
Ronnie, jump in there. Ruger Ronnie, where are you? Jump in there. This man's
Ronnie hit it on the head, man.
Let's go, Ronnie. Jump in there.
I just think that he's very fraudulent. You know, he talks a good one, but look at the conscious decision that he's made. He's made 7 children with women who they don't look like, I don't know.
Mariah Carey.
I wouldn't be, yeah, they all look like Mariah Carey, exactly. But even more ambiguous than Mariah Carey, I would say, if you look at them. And I think that speaks to...
I don't know, Ronnie, because we never knew, as the black race, the real black race, we never knew what Mariah Carey was.
Well, she was mixed. We all knew that she was very open and very vocal about being mixed in the beginning of her career. So it wasn't a mystery to me. But what I'm saying is that Nick has 4 babies' mothers, right? None of them are brown. It's hypocritical for him to talk about black love and the black family and the black family unit, but you're not making black babies. Now, I know that there are some people who will say, well, he's black, so his kids are black. And certainly you can make that argument. You can also argue that, race is a social construct. And of course that's true. But I'm speaking as far as the context of what he preaches and what he promotes. His lifestyle doesn't match up to what he talks about.
Okay. Caller,
yeah, you're right.
Thank you for your support, man. Have a great evening. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you too, man. Love the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. Folks, I met Mariah Carey. She was a guest on the Star and Buck Wild Show. I have the video, not just audio, but the video. Mariah Carey is ghetto as hell. Not that anybody would remember, but anybody remember the interview? I put part of it up on YouTube years ago. She was taking shots at J-Lo, Whitney Houston. Mariah is ghetto as hell. She's, in my opinion, she's older now, but she was all the way with the shits. You want to say something, Ronnie? Jump in there.
Yeah, Dame and Noriega have talked about having her in the hood, literally, and, run down studio albums, recording studios.
Yeah.
She was in the hood. She's been on the block.
Ghetto as hell. And I asked her, I said, hey, would you ever do a duet with J-Lo? And she said, I'm not sure what that would sound like. Shady. She was shady as fuck. But I enjoyed talking with her, and she was very, very nice. I sent her a dozen white roses. And she sent me something back. I forget what she sent me back, but yeah, Mariah's she's a real one. Folks, I'm taking more phone calls, but again, I wanted to have a conversation tonight about this whole identity, borderline personality disorder, and we gravitated towards identity. What's that term here? Hold on. Identity disturbance. Please Please visit my sponsors, www.jupiternights.com. I say again, www.jupiternights.com. They have great hemp and hemp products. I'll be up in New Jersey next month, and I will be at their dispensary in Jersey City, okay? And make sure you go to my my alleged daughter's website, www.sleepymuch.com. If you spend any money there over $50, send me a screenshot, and I'll give you 2 free weeks promotion on this show right here. But you got to spend over 50. She's extorting me. Her name is Dominique. Okay, go to her page, www.sleepymuch.com. Ronnie, if I can just go back to you for a second, or you or FBJ, you guys know about President Biden announcing more police funding, especially here in Atlanta. They're trying to deal with these niggas down here with all this this violence, the gun violence. You guys at the speed or no? If not, we'll keep it pushing.
I did see that headline, and I'm not surprised. I mean, his predecessor, Barry, signed if you remember, the Blue Alert law back in 2015 at a time where people were out and protesting in the streets and demanding change and saying we need relief from these officers. Obama, signed a bill specifically for the officers, the Blue Alert law. So,
okay. FBJ,
I'd be surprised.
Any thoughts, FBJ? And also, I'm sorry, FBJ, do you want to mention the building that fell in Florida, man? Holy smokes, 99 people missing last I heard. You want to speak about that at all? I mean, of course, my condolences. I'm sure your condolences as well. Is he there?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Prayers up. I don't have the name of the building at all. I'm keeping it a buck. I just forgot the name of the building, so I don't want to act like I know everything that's going on in that situation. Just prayers up to people in Miami, Florida. But
can you Google where the building fell, sir? Because I got 8 windows open here. Can you just Google? I think it was like 130 some odd condominiums. Can you just, it's in your backyard.
Yeah, for sure. Give me a second.
Give me a second.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, everybody, hold on a second. Ronnie, hold on. Sit tight. Theo, I got your Cash App. He says, apologize to Mary J. Blige. Danny Boy is the issue. Nobody apologizing to Mary J., but thank you for your donation. Hold on a second. Andrew got your donation, sir. Thank you. He says, yes, Dana went viral on World Star. Yes, she did. We did a show yesterday, sir, putting respect on her name. Dana went viral on World Star, and she deserved every bit of that praise. So proud of her. Crown, I got your donation, sir. Thank you.
Let me know when you're ready.
Hang on. Mama Junels.com has the sage. Okay, you're looking for Mama JUNELLES.com. Thank you, Crown. Yeah, earlier I had to do some breathing exercises. Somebody just tried to put me in one of those weird spaces they call it. So let me shut my phone off for an hour before I say the wrong thing. Thank you, June. Strategy 7 got your donation, sir. Brooklyn BMW riders on Meetup. Thank you, sir. Salute to you and your whole team, all right? Theo. Danny Boy allegedly revealed he got head from Jewel. Jewel who, sir?
The Death Row Singer.
Oh, okay. I thought the nigga, I'm not going to say the person's name more. I thought he was talking about, okay, Jewel, whoever, okay. Danny Boy was 15, messing around with grown chicks. Yes, Theo, that's what, I spoke about that weeks ago. Thank you so much for your donation. Mark, LLC, niggas are crazy. Salute to St. E Hospital, DMV. Thank you, sir. Okay, what do you got, FBJ? A building fell. 13, how many stories? 12 stories? Where's FBJ? Florida Boy J. Are you there, sir? Building fell?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was talking on mute.
Come on.
No, my bad. I was talking on mute. It was a 12-story building with 55 units. The Chaplin Towers South condo came crashing down, wiping away 55 units in mere seconds. Brad Cohen was inside one of those units on the 11th floor, along with his brother Gary Cohen, when the building collapsed at 1:23 a.m., the time the Miami-Dade Fire Department rescue responded to a call for help at the condominium tower. Cohen had spent the night with her daughter in a different building in the neighboring Miami Beach. So they cannot find the people. Let me see. They said it's 99 feared missing and 1 confirmed death in the collapsed building.
Okay, now hang on a second. Now, where did this happen? Starts with the S. Where did this happen?
South Beach.
South Beach? I thought it was Sewell.
South Beach.
Something. I don't know. Okay.
No, it was Miami. Yeah.
Jump in, Ronnie. Jump in. What do we got?
This particular building was determined to be unstable 1 year ago. It has been sinking into the earth as early as the 1990s. And there is a guy who participated in one of the studies before who instantly recognized it. Also, the owners previously sued the building management for failing to maintain the building. Some of the walls were cracking and had experienced water damage. So the building was determined to be sinking at a rate of like 2 millimeters a year at one particular point. And they said that rate could have accelerated.
Yeah, now, hang on a second. If memory serves me correctly, the building was built in 1981, and I just Googled FBJ, Surfside, Florida. Surfside. He didn't say that, man.
Surfside, they said this happened on Collins. I think it's happened on Collins Avenue. I'm looking up right now.
Wow.
Happened on, 877 Collins Ave. Collins Ave is on South Beach.
I don't know. It says Surfside, so I'm asking you. You're from Florida. I don't know.
Surfside may be a neighborhood in South Beach, but I'm just saying Collins Ave is on South Beach. South Beach is an island, so anything on Collins Ave would be considered South Beach and not like some type of neighborhood in Miami.
Okay, so Fox News is wrong. FoxNews.com says Surfside, Florida building collapses. I don't know.
No.
What do
I'm not saying Fox News is wrong. What I'm saying is
why am I arguing with this nigga?
Neighborhood on South Beach.
Okay. Hang on, guys. Van, I got your donation. He says, Ronnie is back. Salute, star. Yeah. Luis got your donation. Thank you, Luis. No, Luis. No, he's trying to get with me. No, sir, I don't go like that, but thank you. Hey, Janet. Janet, are you calling in? Janet, you send great emails. One of my questions tonight, hold on, Janet. I need people like yourself, educated people. Can you spot a borderline personality disorder? Thank you, Janet. Travis got your donation. Star, do you think Buck has a disorder? Which Buck, sir? Buck Wild? Young Buck? Which Buck, sir? I know 70 bucks. Young Buck from G Unit? I think he's in denial. I think he likes the bussy. Purr. And according to Tasha K, he's living with his trans woman manager. We're not mad at him. Okay. Now, if you're talking about my alleged brother, Buck Wild, does he have a disorder? No, I think Buck Wild has a failure to communicate. That's what George Kennedy said to Paul Newman back in the film Cool Hand Luke. What we have here is a failure to communicate, or somebody said that. I forget. Maybe it was the sheriff. I forget. Thank you for your donation, sir. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Ken, I got your donation. Thank you, Ken. Rory, thank you, Rory. Have some sympathy for the devil. Okay. Black Wilo Rain, thank you. Okay, sir, we don't do $2 donations, but thank you so much. Lee got your donation. The Caucasian lady is making a good point on Nick Cannon. He's talking about you, Ryan, the Caucasian.
Actually, right now, I am probably the darkest I've ever been in my life.
Oh, yeah, you just got back. Do you want to say where you were? No. Not that you have to, but you
Probably not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Let's bring in a few more calls here. Who was calling from area code 256? On a Thursday, we're talking about a few things here. Nick Cannon, baby number 4 in 6 months. Are you there? Okay, they hung up. Scared to death, scared to look, shook. Let's bring in area code 678. Are you there? Good evening, 678.
Hello.
Hey.
Star.
Hey, who's this?
This is Miss Ravioli.
Hey, darling, good to hear from you.
Hey, I was calling to talk about the borderline personality disorder.
Please. I'm trying to figure this out.
Okay, so when they talk about the fear of being abandoned, that can present like somebody that has a lot of relationships at one time,
Okay.
or they're constantly moving from relationship to relationship.
Okay.
And then their moods, the mood swings that they have are gonna just they're kind of like what you do on the air. They're bursts of emotions. You know, they could last for a few minutes. They usually don't last more than a few hours, though.
Well, I'm an alcoholic, Miss Ravioli. I'm an alcoholic, so
that's another sign.
Oh, okay.
That's another sign.
Continue.
So it's another sign
Let's
is
go.
substance misuse or binge eating.
Okay.
So, and that kind of goes along with, you know, the impulsive and harmful behaviors, because many people look at substance abuse as harmful behavior. And the sudden, well, this one you don't have, but the sudden or impulsive shifts in values or career plans. So they may hop from like job to job, and they may find like interest in certain things, like, and they'll be super interested in it, and then they'll just switch it up. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, sometimes I see it in like artists, like they may really be able to sing and they may do well, but they can't stick with it. It's the person that really can't stick with the thing.
Okay. Well, listen, I mean, I've never analyzed myself, to be honest with you. I did say earlier in the broadcast, I've never been depressed. I actually enjoy my private time. I enjoy going to Lake Lanier, Lake Allatoona. I go on the sand. I smoke a cigar. I talk to myself all the time. I enjoy that time. I enjoy watching sci-fi movies. Pretty much, I watch about 3 or 4 sci-fi films a week. I'm not lonely. I like to see people when I want to see them. I don't like intruders. I have no company. I have no company. And if you ask me,
that's kind of.
Hang on. If you ask me, this is normal, and I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay, you want to say something?
That's another sign. The dissociation. But I'm not saying that you have it because I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist.
Okay. Listen, I don't mind having the conversation, but I mean, again, I'm going to be very honest about who I am. If I buy a chicken salad sandwich from Publix supermarket and I take 2 bites, I put it in the fridge on a plate, I come back hours later, it's still there. Nobody has touched it. Nobody put it in no Tupperware. Nobody wrapped it. Nobody bothered my sandwich. To me, that's happiness. Is that crazy? If somebody were to have touched that goddamn sandwich, I would have an issue.
No, that is not crazy at all. But one of the main things with personality disorders is they have to interrupt your life. And if the person that has the disorder doesn't believe that it's disrupting their life, or say like they're not court ordered to get into some type of treatment plan because they've disrupted others' lives, then they can't be diagnosed with any type of personality disorder.
Treatment. Ronnie, do you want to jump in? We got Miss Ravioli in the line. Ronnie, where are you? Or do we give her the last word?
I think Miss Ravioli is pretty much on point and everything that she's saying. I agree with her.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
Thank you, Ronnie.
What are your thoughts on Nick Cannon, Miss Ravioli?
Oh, I don't know about Nick Cannon. I think he is planting his seeds, and I kind of don't see anything wrong with it because you never know what's going to happen anyway after you have a child or after, in his case, you impregnate someone. Because just like he may, you don't know that he might outlive all the moms. You never know. And I think that he appears to be intelligent, so maybe he should be out here spreading his seeds.
All right. Good to talk to you, darling. Take care. Have a good night.
All right, you as well.
Okay. Miss Ravioli on the check-in. Let me go to PayPal, guys. And folks, again, if you can't get thrown the lines or if you don't have Cash App at the top of the live chat, you can make a donation to the show. PayPal's right there, okay? Big Wig on the check-in. Star, do you believe John McAfee killed himself? He texted 5 months ago. He had 10 GB of files on the CIA and is not suicidal. Sir, why do you care about the cracker who may or may not have killed himself? Who gives a goddamn? Who gives a goddamn? Seriously, I'm up to speed. I don't care. I don't care about his mama, his kids, his cousins. Why are you concerned about the cracker? He wasn't concerned about you at all. Black baby is getting shot, stomped down, beat. And you concerned about a cracker. Coon ass nigga. I mean, thank you for the donation, but don't holler at me about him. So what? At his lowest point, he probably said, thank God I'm not black. Jonathan's dry dreads. Surfside is 35 minutes from South Beach, you bozo. Nick Cannon is a black man. God let him be immortal. FBJ, please moisturize us. Jump in there, Ryan. You want to say something?
That's not true. It's not 35 minutes. I actually stayed in South Beach 10 minutes from there, where that building collapsed. It's 10 minutes away from South Beach, and that community is like a very Orthodox community. Okay. Where that building collapsed.
Is it in South Beach? The reports say
it's North Beach. It's North Beach. Okay. North Beach is the section. Okay, and it's 10 minutes from South Beach.
Okay. FBJ, do you want to chime in? No, sir. You said it was in South Beach. Not that you have to, but somebody's calling and being a little picky.
Not really. Just like Ronnie said, I mean, I go down to Miami like 4 or 5 times a year. I'm not really tripping on being 10 minutes down the street. So.
Got you. Folks, we're just having a conversation tonight about can you spot a borderline personality disorder? We never touched on dissociative identity disorder. I don't know these terms. I've never even cared enough to research them, you know? I've had people who I've known over the years, over the decades, good people. One of my favorite people to talk to was Wino Will. Anybody remember Wino Will? I haven't spoke to him in about maybe 6 years. Wino Will used to come on the Star and Buckwild show back in 2001, 2002. Very, very intelligent. And, oh, man, he used to carry books on the Illuminati. He used to carry like 6 or 7 books. And he could break it down. Now, he was a hardcore alcoholic. Yes, he was. And he used to call me my lord. Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord. And from time to time, I would let him stay at my house up in Hazleton, PA, and he would sleep in the basement with my one of my teacup chihuahuas named Poncho. And I don't know if he had a disorder, but he was very, what's the word? Eccentric. Eccentric. Anybody in that live chat remember Wino Will? And in my basement, he slept in one of the rooms. It's a very nice furnished room, if I can ramble for a second. And my little white teacup chihuahua named Poncho would always urinate on Wino Will's books and things. But Wino Will used to set up candles, and he used to have his dollar bills that he always used to write on. And he would always talk about the Sphinx and other things. And I would never call him crazy. He was a very, very knowledgeable guy. Wino Will, I haven't seen him in years, but just want to mention that. Tolmau got your donation. Biden will double down on backing the blue. Sir, that's a whole fact. Thank you. Hey, Terry. Terry says, did Ronnie... Ronnie's back. Do you want to talk to Ronnie? Terry, I don't know. I don't want to, bring other people in the conversation unless, they're on the line. But she's back. She's been doing the damn thing. Are you heading back out anytime soon, Ronnie? You going someplace else? Jet setting?
No, I'm parking it for a minute. You're the next person to go jet setting.
Yeah. I want to take another trip to the Canary Islands, but this whole COVID thing, I don't want to get the vaccination just yet. I mean, I'm not anti-vaccination, but I want to wait until other people have it, get vaccinated before, I get it, and then I check out. But Elvis, I got your donation. Elvis, the chef, thank you so much. Bernard, I got your donation. Nick Cannon and Future is about to have a competition of baby mamas. Huh? ? Also, with great practice, you could be able to read personality disorders. Yet, could millionaires and politicians have severe personality disorders? ? I wouldn't know, sir. I don't claim to have any knowledge in this arena. But the video that I did watch earlier, it fascinated me because some of the things they were talking about, hang on a second if I can just go left for a minute here. Emotionally unstable personality disorder, impulsive or borderline type emotionality, intensely disorder. The causes of BPD are unclear, okay? So I was fascinated by the terminology that they were using and how they were speaking about, people that have been diagnosed with this. FBJ, can I go to you for a second? Do you think that people hustle personality disorders?
Of course.
Okay.
You have people who know they have a disorder and then they manage it to a certain point where they can use it as a crutch. Like I said, the relative that I brought up earlier, you don't, just because you have a disorder doesn't mean you have a low IQ or you're disabled when it comes to completing tasks.
Okay.
It just means you can switch at something that can trigger you that you have no control over once that trigger happens. So, of course, I do think it is certain people who know how to use their disorder as a crutch and know how to manage it at a certain point, know how to take their pills, get off their meds, and do what they need to do when the time is right.
Okay. Ronnie, have you seen the new Mary J. Blige documentary? Do you have any interest in seeing it? I don't. Do you think we should watch it and talk about it? one day this week?
I really want to see it because
Really?
I really love a lot of Mary's catalog. So it'll be interesting to see her, speak in retrospect as far as what was occurring in her life at the time, when she was making these albums and she was coming up in the industry. I'm interested to see it.
Okay, hang on a second. Somebody just sent me a link. I'm going to send it to you right now. This is
Oh, yes.
Yeah, this is what they set up for me. So just don't watch any crazy porn because I don't want that to be be in some record that I watched something crazy. Okay, check it. Check it.
I have my own sites for that.
Okay. Hold on a second. Marv got him. What up, homie? Are you calling in? Okay, Marv, how are you, man? Good to hear from you, okay? Hold on, guys, before I go back to the phone lines. Let me just go through a few of these cash apps. Okay, and FBJ, I got your email. You're saying all of Nick's baby's mamas, these are bad hoes. Yeah, I did see the pictures in the New York Post. Thank you, FBJ. Let's go to area code. Give me a second, guys. Where is 470? 470, you're there. Good evening. 470.
Hey, what's going on? Hey.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Star?
How are you, sir? Good evening.
Hey, what's going on, Star? I'm doing good.
Yeah.
How are you?
Joe Biden, the guy you voted for.
Hey.
More police funding. Are you happy?
I don't care about Joe Biden.
Okay. Nick Cannon.
But listen,
What do you
I wanted to talk about Nick Cannon.
Please.
Why are we not saluting Nick Cannon for being a savior? Because without him, there would be tons of C-list celebrity rappers and comedians without jobs. He's employing and feeding families,
Okay.
black families, because all you see is all these C-list celebrities and these wannabe rappers, and so he's choosing to live however he wants to sexually. I don't think that should be anything we should judge him on.
Okay.
We should be judging him on what he's doing for black people. And like I said, he's employing tons of, these guys, I don't know, these washed up rappers and comedians. So why are we not saluting that and giving him his props for that?
Well, sir, I don't support tribalism, so I don't care what he's doing for quote-unquote black people. I could care less about that. Why does that matter to you? Why does that matter to you?
But aren't we judging him because he's procreating with other races? So we do care about something about it, no?
No. No, we're not judging
So
him.
then why are we judging? So why are we judging then who he lays in the bed with then?
What is your question, sir?
Okay.
Where are we judging him? He's asking
My
why are
question
we
is
judging him?
why are we judging him on who's he's having sex with, but not saluting him on employing people that look like us or like me. I don't know like you, but like me, dark skin.
Because we don't all have one-track minds. So today wasn't the day to give him a sticker because he gave some black people jobs. Today is the day we're talking about the fact that he's having his fourth kid in 6 months. And it's not about the fact that he's creating babies with racially ambiguous women. It's about more so the fact that he's creating broken homes. We can't call out baby mama, baby daddy culture and give him a pass just because he employed some black people. One has nothing to do with the other.
The man is going through a midlife crisis. The man might be going through a midlife crisis right now. So he wants to spread his seed with whoever he is attracted to. That's whatever. We're not thinking about that. The man said he thinks he might be dying. So he might be thinking about all that stuff in his brains, and he just wants to lay with people. But the fundamentals is he's helping the community, and he's helping black people, like I said, with employment and with other jobs and et cetera, and et cetera. So whoever he lays with, I think is none of our business. If you're dying in 6 months or you thought you was dying, you probably had sex with whoever you wanted to because you're rich and you don't care. So how about that?
No, if I knew I was going to die tomorrow, I still am not going to take the chance that I'm going to get crabs for my last 24 hours. I'm not. I don't want to go out itching and burning. Sorry.
Hey, sir, before you go, any
Well,
thought?
these girls that he's.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, do you have any thoughts on borderline personality disorders? I'm trying to get educated here. Any thoughts?
I have no clue about that. All these words they make up. I don't know. I do talk to myself every day, and I do, weigh certain things out using my own, system that I have in my brain.
Okay.
But all these names and stuff that can change every week, I can't keep up with it.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you for your call, man. Thank you. Yes, sir.
You have a good one.
You too. Okay. Nick Cannon on the check-in says, tell dat, D-A-T, white girl, to keep my name out her mouth, M-O-U-F. Salute. Gorilla Zoe on the check-in. Ruger Ronnie taking headshots tonight. Who I smoke? Cannon. Okay. Wait a minute. Florida Boy Juice. Star. Word is FBJ got the freshest squeezed Tropicana bussy, and he ties his dreads around his neck before he blasts off. Hashtag Florida Bussy Juice. Any response to that man or no, sir? FBJ.
Nah, keep him coming.
Okay. T says Ronnie on here, capping. If Nick Cannon jumped in your DMs tonight with a plane ticket to L.A., you be baby mama number 8 in 2 days. Stop the insanity.
That was funny.
Hold on, guys. Let's do some more calls here. Who's calling in from area code 646? Good evening, 646 Thursday night. Nick Cannon.
Hey,
What other
it's
topics?
Roxy. How are you?
Hey, who's this?
It's Roxy.
Hey, baby, how are you? Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you. So first thing I wanted to mention is the borderline personality disorder. Now, I don't know the technical definition of it,
Okay.
but I'll tell you, for the last 30 years, you couldn't tell me a lot of the people that I was around, work, friends, that they didn't have a personality disorder. Come to find out, it's probably me.
Roxy, can you come a little closer to the phone? It sounds like you're going in and out. I want to hear you. You're on a speakerphone?
Huh?
You're on a speakerphone?
Okay, hold on.
Give her a second.
Okay, better?
Much better. Good. You were saying?
Okay.
30 years back?
All right. So I was thinking for the last 30 years that I was around people that they had a personality disorder. And the reality is now I'm figuring out it's probably me. I don't get along with nobody. I like being alone. I like chilling by myself. I don't like to hear nobody moving stuff around. Don't change what I did. When I go to work, stay away from me.
Right.
It's me. I have the personality disorder, and I'm okay with that. I am all right with that. So that's the first thing, right?
Well, hang on a second now. Is a personality disorder a bad thing? Because you just described me to some degree, and it's not that I'm set in my ways, because truthfully, even when I was a kid, and I've told this story before, my mother came into the room one time. She said, "Hey, who are you talking to?" She was testing me, and she said, "No, I'm probably."
Yeah, no, I'm not owning that one.
Yeah, she
Nobody
said, "Who are you talking to? What are you?" She said, "What are you guys?" She said, "What are you guys talking about?" And I said, "There's nobody here. I'm talking to myself." And she said, "Oh, okay." She was checking to make sure I didn't have like imaginary friends, you know. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I never. No, I can't claim that one. But no, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, if you're not hurting anyone, and you know, what's wrong with it? You like to be by yourself. You
Right.
don't like a lot of people around you. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
So that's that. Regarding the canon, this is my thing. We complain if men are out here making babies and not taking care of them, right? They're out there spreading their seeds all over. We complain that they're deadbeats, they ain't ish, they this, they that. Here we got a man that's out here making kids, but he's taking care of them.
Okay.
He's taking care of all of them. They're good for life, probably. And we still complaining. And he's probably going to spend time with all of them or are spending time with all of them. I mean, I think there was another caller that mentioned, what if he was going to die and that's why he's doing that. The last thing you want to do is spread your seed and leave a bunch of kids on this earth with no daddy.
Right.
So that made no sense. So that was that. And there was one more thing. What's the third topic?
Hang on a second, because I'm sharing a video with Ronnie. Borderline personality. Hold on. And your President Joe Biden, announces more police funding. What are your thoughts there?
Oh, that was it? Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't even know what that means. I ain't going to even lie. Like, what does that mean? There's not going to be no more cops? Like, what does that mean? I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to act like I know about something that I don't. Okay. I don't follow that stuff. Gotcha. I really don't. Gotcha. So, well, hey, no info there. But it's nice talking to you.
You too, darling. Have a great evening.
All right, good night.
Thank you. Ronnie, can you check your if you can during the show? I just sent you something. Lord have mercy. Folks, who is Bishop T.D. Jakes' stylist? He out here stunting hard. Ronnie, can you see that or no? While you doing this show, or should I send it via email? Putting his Mac down.
The video is not going to play while I'm on the phone. I've tried. It won't play.
Let me see if I can take a screenshot. Damn, I got to go down to his church. Hold on a second. I got to send this to you. Hold on. Okay, I can send you a picture. I'm going to send this to you FBJ. What the hell is this man wearing? I'm not clowning him, folks. That's my guy. Even though I'm an atheist, I watch him because he spits it so hard. FBJ, can I send this to you also?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you a church goer, FBJ? Not that you have to be. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I was a church goer until I got my driver's license. And the weekend I got my driver's license, I never went back to church. I only went back for funerals.
Man.
But my grandma, she is a ordained minister.
Okay.
On my mom's side, on my dad's side, both of them a Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, my mom's mom is an ordained minister. Her third husband was an ordained minister, and her second husband was an ordained minister.
Nice.
So I grew up in church, and my other people, my great-grandparents, my mom's dad's side was Catholic. So I've been in all types of church environments and been banging on doors with Jehovah's Witness. I know. I'm telling you, 18 got my driver's license. I was good.
Okay. Ronnie, do you see that picture, Ronnie? Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Yes.
Talk about it.
He's one of the new age. He's one of the new age mega church, big money, almighty dollar pastors.
The pimping don't stop.
Fact.
What is that around his collar? Some type of big rectangles of diamonds? What is that?
It almost looks like upscale African village.
Right.
Warrior costume jewelry. He's got on like some cowboy boots. Mm-hmm. Like those are the cockroach killers.
Ooh. Listen, don't get disrespectful. I like the outfit.
On a black.
I like the outfit.
He's got a black dashiki dress on. Hold on.
FBJ, do you see the picture?
Chala.
FBJ, do you see the picture?
Yeah, I see the picture. TD Chala, this nigga got on a Black Panther robe. Yeah, I see what's going on.
Right. Wakanda. It looks like Wakanda. Oh my! I gotta put that. I gotta put that in my community section. Troll babies, bear with me.
That's what I said.
Bear with me.
TD Chala. That's what he looked like.
Where's Marv? Hold on a second. Marv, I see you on the check-in. One of my sponsors. Marv got him. Are you there, sir? 804.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big nigga. How you, big nigga?
Good, man. Good to hear from you. What's cracking? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, man. Look, you just did a new show the other day. That's my best friend podcast.
Let's go
on YouTube. We did something with a gentleman by the name of Anthony Faison because we were talking about police reform. So he did 15 years incarcerated for wrongly convicted murder. So again, his name's Anthony Faison, and that episode is coming out tomorrow.
Okay, let me see if I can get your information on the screen while you're talking. Go ahead, man. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So we took a little hiatus. I went to Dominican Republic Memorial Day weekend, and last week I went to Fort Lauderdale. So got my little running around and going on.
Okay.
So we back to business.
Okay, now go ahead and promote your platform again because I've been running your banner, man. Haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, I've been paying attention. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, so once again, That's My Best Friend podcast.
Okay.
On YouTube. Also, we do live streams on Caffeine and sometimes YouTube, like while we're recording. And that's
you're getting a caffeine check.
Much to run right there.
You're getting a caffeine check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So.
Okay, well, listen.
The topic tonight.
Nick Cannon, baby number 4 has already, I think, popped out. He got 3 more coming. What are your thoughts, sir?
I mean, well, he's a high value nigga, as your man would say, right? So you can support that type of activity. You feel me? As long as them kids ain't out here hungry, you know what I'm saying? Another man ain't got to take care of them motherfuckers. Shit.
Okay.
Why not? Bust them nuts, my nigga.
Okay. Any thoughts? Any knowledge? Because you do a great podcast. Borderline personality disorders. They always say this is never discussed. Mental health in the black sector, yada yada. I bear to differ. I think that it's very, very openly discussed. Any thoughts? Borderline personality disorders. Go.
I mean, well, you definitely see it in the community that we live in. I mean, you got people that's on the internet. The internet, I feel like, showcases that. Like, people could be whoever they want on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a playing ground. It's a playground for them, that type of personality. And I feel like a lot of people have it nowadays, so to speak. They be one way online and another way, where in person. You meet females out here in this, in this entertainment business. It's a lot going on out here. I mean, so.
But you don't really have a medical understanding of this. I'm trying to get educated, to be honest with you. I'm trying to get educated here.
I mean, you remember I know you guys talk about. I don't know what the term was, but like when you playing a role, so to speak. So like when you're at work, you act one way. When you on the street with your niggas, you act another way.
That's called code switching.
That's a little bit of it.
That's code switching.
You feel me? Yeah, with code switching. That's right, code switching. Right. So, I mean, that's a part of that. I think personality disorder, borderline personality disorder.
Okay.
You could kind of use that to that realm. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. Well, listen, man. I'm going to put your information at the top of the comments for tonight's broadcast. And when is your next podcast going up?
The next one, like I said, with Anthony Faison, is going up tomorrow.
Okay.
And we'll be shooting another one this Monday coming up, following Monday. We're about to start going back into doing a schedule to be back in person with each other because that's how we started. We recorded in person. We usually did that in the DC area.
Okay.
So I work in Charlotte and I move around a lot. So I'll just have to start, getting a schedule together with the guys. But we'll probably be doing the Zoom and Caffeine and YouTube next Monday.
Okay. Good to hear from you, man. Take care. Salute.
All right.
Yes,
you
sir.
too. Appreciate you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Peace.
Okay. Marv got him on the check-in. Hey, here's something I did want to mention with regards to the signs of what was that term I was using, Ronnie? Identity something. Hold on a second. I'm enjoying the discussion.
Identity disorder?
Was that it? I'm forgetting what it was. Borderline, Nick Cannon.
Borderline personality disorder.
No. Identity disturbance. Okay. Identity disturbance is sometimes called identity diffusion. diffusion. Difffusion. What is that? This refers to the difficulties determining who you are in relation to other people. Identity diffusion. Some people with BPD may describe this as having difficulties understanding where they end and the other person begins. Holy smokes. This is a rabbit hole. This is a can of worms. Hold on a second. I'm going back to the phone lines. Just put in area code. Who's calling it from 310? Good evening. Are you there? 310 Thursday night. Yes, no, maybe? Are you picking up? 310.
Yes.
Hey, good evening.
Hi, Star.
Hey, who's this?
This is Marlena, and I have a master's in psychology, so I thought I may just give you a little help with
Let's go.
DID.
So glad to hear from you. Listen, I'm confused, but at the same time, I saw this video earlier. I enjoyed it. And not that I'm trying to, clown people, but I had to ask myself, are you some type of, am I some type of enabler? Why do I attract certain people in my life? And I know that a lot of them have, I'll just say, is issues the right word? Help me out here.
Yeah, well, probably the way you grew up, and it stems from psychoanalysis. You try to maybe connect to someone that was similar to your parents, for example. They may remind you of your parents, no?
No. I was a spoiled suburban kid. No, but go ahead.
Okay, so yes, if you're saying that you are not, you're drawing in the wrong person in your life, maybe you have some fear of people knowing who you are.
No, but go ahead.
No?
No.
Look, I'm just checking out. Well, okay, I can read you the diagnostic criteria. I wouldn't say you have DID. Maybe the other one, but DID is more of somebody who may possibly have a split personality, which is something definitely you don't have. And I think you know what that means, right? To have more than one personality.
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay, so the other one that you think that you may have, right, is remind me again.
Okay, so listen, hang on a second. Hang on. Now, again, I'm not saying that anything.
I have my book here, though.
Okay, stay with me. I'm not saying anything is wrong with these people. I grew up a very spoiled suburban kid. I got everything I wanted and needed. I was the youngest of two boys. Life was and is, to me, a bowl of fucking cherries. I was never a kid who felt like I didn't fit in. I played both sides to my advantage. Sometimes I would hang with the white kids, and I would use them against the black kids. Sometimes hang with the black kids, use them against the white kids. I never felt out of place. But as I get older and I moved to New York, I started being intertwined with whores, drug addicts, and they fascinated me. And I encouraged them to be lowlifes as I did coke, and I encouraged them to do lowlife things. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
am I, hang on, here's my question. Here's my question. Am I the enabler for the bullshit?
It looks like it. It looks like you may enjoy pushing people and kind of making them like your puppet, and you kind of get a high off of it, right?
Keep going.
I think definitely this could be some part of narcissism too.
Let's go. Let's go.
As long as you don't get pissed and hang up on me, I can keep going.
Keep going. Talk.
Yeah, so if you grew up like with everything, you feel like you had the perfect childhood. You had a great mother, a father, you had a nice house, and now you're at this point where you want you want to experience the wild side. You never had the chance to do, you know, all the bad stuff that gets the adrenaline going. And now it seems that, you know, you have this power, and it's like a power play, right? If you get people to do things and test them to see how far you can go or how far you can push them, it gives you a little bit of energy and power, right?
I don't like the word push them. No, I don't push anyone. I don't
not
force
push
anyone.
them, but if you
Come on.
Yeah, okay, maybe wrong word. But if you're enabling them, right? Or if you're it seems that you have some kind of, how can I say,
understanding.
People, yes, understanding, and
yeah.
people are drawn to you, or attracted to your energy.
I'm listening.
Yeah. So with that, it's easy for you, and the people could easily get lost in that. And if you feel like you have like this one you mentioned before, it's similar to somebody who is, you know, that like someone mentioned earlier, they jump in and out of relationships. Like they can love somebody one day, the next day they can hate them. Not hate them, but you know, there's like a switch, like on and off. Like, do you tend to have that sometimes? Like, you really like the person, and then the next day you're just like, you know, F them.
No. I really like the people that are in my life. I enjoy talking to them. I encourage them. I never talk down to anyone that's in my circle. Because truthfully, I didn't go to college, so I find them to be more educated than me most of the times. But I have to say I get off sometimes on being sadistic. Sadistic.
Oh, yeah.
Usually, if I can just say this, and again, I want you to talk because you've got a master's, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Usually, I prefer to date college-educated women. College-educated, you know. I can't. I would never lay down with a girl who can't spell. If you can't, if you can't spell, I'm not giving you my luscious golden scepter between my legs. You're not worthy of it. You're not worthy of it. But here's the thing. If she, I'm rambling, pardon me. If she's if she's college educated, I'm excited. But if I see a weakness or a chink in her armor, I'll push her. I'll try and push her to the edge. And I won't say what that edge is just yet, but go ahead, jump in. Am I sadistic?
Yeah, possibly. And I can understand if you see a weakness in somebody, and it's common. It's definitely a little bit sadistic to want to push someone. Now, is it to the point where, like, making them cry?
No. No.
No, it doesn't go that far. Okay, then it's not that bad. So that's good. But some people who are very narcissistic and sadistic, they really enjoy seeing people in pain, meaning they like to hurt them, to see them cry, or even something physically happen to them.
I'm not into causing pain. I don't like to belittle anyone. I'm. If you ask me, what's that I used to say? Oh God, it's an old saying. I'm a rocket booster. I'm a rocket booster.
You enjoy, like, let's see.
The head rooster, rocket booster. That's what I used to say. I want you to be who you are. If you're a whore, you're a whore. Admit that you're a whore. Stop all the faking and fronting. If you're a whore, you're a whore. FBJ, you want to jump in? I'm talking crazy. I'm on the yacht. FBJ, where are you, my nigga?
Yeah, I'm right. I'm right here. Yeah, I'm in the middle of watching Game 3 with the Clippers and Suns, but I'm listening to everything you're saying, everything she's saying. But just go ahead, keep rambling.
Rick Ryan, do you want to jump in? We're talking to and what's your degree? And you said you have a master's.
in psychology, specializing in marriage family therapy, which is also known as psychotherapy.
Okay, well,
So,
listen, never mind me. Let's talk about the topic. Can you spot a borderline personality disorder? Go.
Yes. So with that, it's somebody who has an inflated self-image of themselves. They may cause problems. And these people have difficulties in their life with stability. And if they feel like they're going to be abandoned, they will do things. This is the most severe things they will do. Like if they're in a relationship and the person's trying to break up with them, they will start to commit suicide. So that's like a very common thing they will do.
What about girls who cut themselves? I've had 3 girlfriends that were cutters. They used to cut their arms.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Yes, that's a borderline personality disorder too. Self-injurious behavior, and they do it for attention. Not to say that they're not suffering from a problem, but they don't know. They're in so much fear of losing something or somebody that they care for, and in a way it is manipulative. But they do these things for attention and just to keep the person around them and to get their way. So they do have really bad mood swings. They're very impulsive, and they can get angry at inappropriate times. They can do stuff like just to get attention. You could be in the bar, or they might do something that's very, behaving slutty, for example.
2 of the girls, I really like them as people, and I'm going to say beautiful people. I had no knowledge of how to help them. Ronnie, you ever had any friends that were cutters, or were you yourself a cutter, Ronnie? No?
I did have friends who self-harmed, yes. A couple of female friends.
It was deep. Scary, but deep. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, a lot of them probably have problems growing up. Probably they had an unstable home, and they were probably abandoned when they were kids. So it's very, very difficult for them to live as adults and get abandoned. It's just normal. Sometimes in people, lives, things happen, but they process it differently.
So let me ask you this: are there any cures? Because I was going through some paperwork here, and they say that there's no cure. Does that make? Am I saying that right? I can't find my notes.
Yes, it's true.
Go ahead.
Definitely, there's not a cure, but there's treatment. Like
treatment,
they
right.
need
treatment.
Yes, like a medication, like a mood stabilizer, antidepressant, and definitely for someone like that, they need support groups and therapy. It's just something they may have to deal with all their lives, and depending how strong they are, they may get the necessary skills, and with medication, they can function in life. But once they have that trigger, it could just happen again.
Okay. One last question before you go.
Okay.
What is a dissociative identity disorder? This is supposedly very rare, yes? Dissociative identity disorder? The hell?
Yeah, it's rare. It used to be called identity personality. It used to be, but they changed it recently. The new DSM came out a few years ago. Okay. So it's still the same thing. It's someone that possibly has more than one personality, or they think they're someone else, or they may so-called not know where they are, or they may change personalities based on a different setting that they are in.
And childhood trauma usually causes this, yes? According to...
Yeah, the theory is, well, most I would say, most people in my field believe that there was something like a rape, like they probably was, suffer a traumatic rape, and that kind of splits the brain. It does, things to the brain. That's very obvious, right? Because as a child, they don't know what's going on and they can't process it. So that's a very common reason why someone has, they say DID.
Okay. Well, hey, congratulations to you to going through the institutions of learning and getting your degree to have an understanding of this. I just, I didn't focus well in school, but I am fascinated by this stuff, and I would never talk down or negatively about people who have these things. But I was just curious if I was some type of enabler, because I've never experienced
no.
any trauma growing up. I was a spoiled kid. I've never been depressed, and in some sick way, I have enjoyed the conversations with some of these people. But I'll give you the last word. Go ahead.
Oh, well, thank you. I really enjoy your show. I
Thank
watch
you.
it every day or whenever you go live.
All
So,
right.
yeah, you're very inspiring. And I hope to eventually do something similar and have people call in and talk about, what they're going through with their disorders, et cetera, or mental health issues.
Are you in the Atlanta area?
And-
Where are you located? Are you in the Atlanta area?
I'm in California, Los Angeles, and
Okay.
I do have a book. I'm working on another one. So a lot of things going on.
Send me an email. I'll promote it for you. Send me an email, okay?
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and it came out 5 years ago, but hopefully the newer one, that will be great. So I look
Okay.
forward to definitely sponsor you and
Thank you, darling.
connect more.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Good
Have a
night.
good evening. Bye now. Take care.
Bye.
All right. I have enjoyed this discussion, Ronnie. Anything else we need to cover or
Me too.
talk about? Maybe I should just go through some cash apps and super chats. And FBJ, I want a sports update from you soon, so when you're finished. Edison, I got your donation. Thank you, Edison. Troy, I got your donation. I heard they got rooms with nice views in Surfside. I don't know, but I'm heading down to Florida next month. I'm looking for some property. Terrence, I got your donation. Star, ask Rugarani, did she gain any weight on her trip? Because she was eating good, and FBJ was going in on live today. Ronnie, were you gaining weight? This guy wants to know.
No, I typically stay the same weight no matter what I eat, but I think that's because of my eating habits. So.
Okay. Fembot, I get your donation. Thank you so much. BPD sent email. I'll look for that. Give me a second. Oh, hang on a second. I got the homie on the line too. Wait a minute. Where are you? 347. Oh, man, I picked up too late. Left-handed, are you out there? My bad. Hold on, guys. Shit. Left-handed. I'm just now seeing your email. Did you text me? Hold on, guys. I did not get a text. Oh, and salute to the homie CP from Knicks Fan TV. He checked in. Thank you, Fembot. I'll look for your email again. I don't see it. Elvis the Chef, thank you. Tonight's show proves this is not a black show. B on the check-in. Thank you, B. B says, I know firsthand about BPD, bipolar. Okay, 717, where are you? I know nothing, but I'm curious, just I'm older now. I want to be respectful. 717, are you B?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Thank you.
Hey, man, thank you for your support. What's cracking?
Yes, sir. Well, I will tell you, I did tune in late to the show, but I do see the topic.
Okay.
Bipolar disorder. I've been dealing with a child, actually, with that essentially for about 10 years now.
Okay.
But we just found out on paper with diagnosis about a year ago.
Okay.
Bipolar disorder, with the doctor you just had on, man, she was hitting it on the nose. What she was saying, she's very accurate.
Yeah.
I will tell you, bipolar disorder is a hell of a roller coaster ride. It's a roller coaster ride.
Okay.
So like I said, I'm late to the show, but I do want to let you know it's a hell of a roller coaster ride. If someone is out there dealing with it, or you suspect someone may have it, they need a hell of a support group.
Okay.
It really starts with them, but they need a hell of a support group. This is a day in, day out sickness. It's almost like an addiction. It's like dealing, respectfully saying, it's like dealing with a crackhead that's really on drugs every day. Yeah.
Wow. Now, hang on a second, because on the screen we have, can you spot a borderline personality disorder? I don't know how that intertwines with bipolar, or if it's the same thing. I don't know, but there's...
No, those are two different diagnoses.
Oh, okay.
Bipolar disorder and borderline disorder are two different ones. But with that being said, the bipolar is one of the ones that is overlooked when we're with our friends and family, or just in settings. We overlook that. We really don't know it. It's hard to spot, but with my 20/20 vision, it's easy for me to spot it in the person that I'm dealing with. So you're going to deal with a person that you're going to say, hey, you want ice cream? And they say, yeah, cool, I'll take some ice cream. And you say, cool, I got chocolate. And then the next thing you know, they're sad, they're depressed. And you're like, what's wrong? I thought you wanted ice cream. And chocolate is the worst thing in the world to them at this moment.
Okay.
And it starts the spiral of just a downward spiral. And the only thing you can attribute to is like, damn, it was over ice cream.
Now, hang on a second. Is that your biological child, or is that the child of the woman that you're involved with?
No, this is my biological child.
Okay.
Like I said, I love to email you. I have a hell of a story, not pleasant, but a hell of a story regarding that. But with that being said,
well,
yeah,
sir, I have no knowledge here, so don't waste your time with me. I'm trying to approach this tonight. I mean, you're educating me. I mean, listen, I have raised kids with women, and you know, a majority of the kids were bad kids. And truthfully,
well, here,
hang on a second. Truthfully,
mm-hmm.
I like bad kids. And they like me. If I'm dating your mother and you're out of control, I'm not trying to come in and regulate. I want chaos in the house. For some strange reason, I want more chaos so that I can then... I'm not going to go too deep, but so that I can then assume control. But it's another story. Good. You were saying, go ahead. Got you. I'm doing too much.
But with that being said, as you were saying, the bad kids. So when we're talking about trying to spot these this disorder, in kids, and you say like a bad kid, most of the time the kid isn't bad. Like the doctor was saying, they're seeking attention.
Okay.
And it'll be for frivolous things. Like I said, all you have to say is you wanted vanilla ice cream and we could have got it and it wouldn't have been a big deal. But it's to the extreme. So that's why I say it's a hell of a roller coaster ride. So with your bad kids that, you know, most people just quote these kids as, look for those type of things. Look for really small things.
Maybe I shouldn't have said bad kids. Pardon me. Maybe that was the wrong choice word, but I like to amp up the set. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I will say that. There's a difference between bad kids and borderline personality kids.
Okay.
Bad kids are bad kids. BPD is different. I wouldn't say my daughter is necessarily bad. She's made very bad and very poor decisions that led her to a bad road. But with that being said, they are very smart. They are very manipulative. They know everything about, or essentially they think they know everything about what they are doing. So whatever their vice is, they're expert at it. And from my experience, we had to become experts ourselves. And it's a hell of a roller coaster ride.
I was dating a slick-mouthed Italian chick one time, and she said the wrong thing to me. It was like a Saturday afternoon. I showed her kid, he was like 8 years old, I showed him how to cut the lining of the swimming pool.
Oh, my gosh.
So that all the water came out of the pool. And the goddamn pool collapsed. It was a 3 feet high pool. The whole pool collapsed. And it was our secret, me and him. He smiled, I smiled. She blew her stack. It's crazy. Anyway, listen, man. I'm sorry, go ahead, finish up.
No problem. I wish I had those happy, even in the bad scenario, stories to share. BPD is one hell of a thing, people. It's one hell of a thing.
Thank you, man. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Take care.
No problem.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I got that bitch back, running her mouth, talking slick. I gave him a box cutter. I said, hey, cut it like this at the bottom so that the water has nowhere to go but under the goddamn pool. And it collapsed. Fucked up the whole goddamn little cookout she was having. Where's the homie left-handed? Hold on a second. Are you on the line, sir? Left-handed. Hold on, guys. FBJ, you got an update? What do you got? FBJ, what's going on with the game?
Yo.
What do you got? You got an update?
Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals was the Clippers and the Suns. It was a tight game. Chris Paul came back and played, but him and Devin Booker did not play particularly well.
Okay.
They did not shoot well. Devin Booker only put up 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists in 40 minutes. Chris Paul put up 15 points and 12 rebounds. DeAndre Ayton didn't have a crazy game either. He only had 18 points and 9 rebounds. The final score was 106 Clippers to 92 Suns. And in the fourth quarter, the Suns were making a late game push and cut the lead down to single digits as Paul George was repeatedly missing shots until Reggie Jackson started pulling up for 3, and he hit a couple threes. And then at the end, Patrick Beverly, who's not known for his offense, he hit a corner dagger 3 to pretty much extend the lead back to double digits.
Is the game still on or is the game over, sir?
The game is over. The big point of the game is that the Clippers outscored the Suns 34-25 in the third quarter, and that was the pretty much got them that 11-point lead that they sat on for the rest of the game.
Okay. Left-handed, peace. Are you there? So left-handed.
Peace. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, good to hear from you. You got some music coming out. Let's talk about it. You got bars. Let's talk about it.
Listen, man. Everything is everything. The joint coming out summertime. Well, summertime already dropped, man.
Okay.
And I got some other things that's coming down the line, man. I just appreciate you checking out and even giving it an opinion, man.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Florida Boy Jay, man. And no disrespect, my dude, but you be cracking me up when you be giving your sports analysis, man. The shit is funny. No, and it's not in a bad way. It's in a way where somebody's just like saying what they got to say, but trying to just get it right out to the point and making sure that it's understandable by everybody.
Yeah.
For example, you said the Clippers had 34 and the Suns had 25 in the third quarter. Actually, the Clippers had 34 and the Suns had 21 in the third quarter. But it's all good. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, it's funny when you give your sports analysis, though, but it'd be on point, but it'd be funny. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay. So salute to you for what you do, man. And don't take it as those slights. A lot of these cats are sensitive, man. Don't take it as those slights. If I mean it as a slight, I'm going to give it to you as a slight.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Left-handed, tell me about your project coming out soon, man, because you have called
man, checking it out, man.
You have called it from time to time. You got bars.
And Mr. 50.
When does this drop?
Actually, it dropped last week, man. Dropped around Memorial Day. So, yeah, it's out, man. It's on all the streaming outlets or whatever. Shout out to Pothole City. Shout out to my crew, man. No Knockoffs Radio, and shout out to you, man. I know you don't do shout-outs, but I had to get that in there.
For you, you can do shout-outs. For you, let's go. You're promoting your product. I support you. Let's go, man.
Yeah, man. And on top of that, man, some music is coming, man. It's for my era. It ain't for the young cats. I ain't wearing no tight stuff. I ain't telling no gangster lies. You know what I mean? I'm not fantasizing. So again, man, check it out. It's, you know what I mean? And again, man, I'm high, son. I'm high, so I know what you're talking about.
No,
it's called The Unexpected Short Shot. That's the name of the album. It's called The Unexpected Short Shot. Shout out to Paul George and them finally showing up
Nice.
You know what I mean? They had to do this. Paul George and them had to do this, especially after what happened in Game 2.
All right, so now hang on a second. Never mind basketball for a second. I want to talk about your project. Give us the track listing, please. How many tracks? Give me some of the producers. Let's spend a little time on this, man. Come on.
It's still we got like 10 done right now, man. I'm trying to put 12 on there with a couple of skits, man. And I don't want to really give away the producer list, man, but I want to give a big up to my man Silence the Fifth. Duck Down and all of that. So a bunch of people on there. I ain't put no names out there yet, but I just want to make sure that you get it and you check it out. You give me what you think about it, because I know you're gonna give me the real, man. You're gonna give me the real.
Yeah. Well, listen, I've always appreciated your execution, your wellspring of knowledge, and how you present your bars. It's classic, but at the same time, it's very much of the now. So, I look forward to hearing the entire project. And where do people get it again? Do they go to your IG page? Or what platform do you want them to go to get it?
Yeah, you can go to Spotify. You can go on SoundCloud. You can go on all the popular streaming. It's on Apple Music and all of that, man. Or you can get at me on Twitter at RMDesk, and I'll send you a direct link to purchase the joint. And I got merch too, man. I got T-shirts and all that too. So we're starting to bubble a little bit, man.
Nice. Okay. All right, now let's you and FBJ and possibly Ronnie, if she's up to speed. Let's talk about these Hawks, my nigga. Let's talk about these Hawks and Trae Young. Where we going?
Yeah, man. Trae Young is shimmying on cats. Trae Young is acting like he at the Rucker. He's throwing balls. He throwing alley-oops off the backboard. He making it look real easy out there.
Right.
And you got to give him his respect, man. Absolutely. You got the Atlanta Hawks doing their thing, surprising people. They went on the road. The first game of all their series, they went on the road and won. They won it at the Garden. Yeah. They won in Philly. And they won in Milwaukee. So, you know what I mean? It's a serious thing with them. But he has help. Yeah. He has guys that, step up even when he's not really on his game, where people expect him to score 35 to 45 points a night. Yeah. Even when he doesn't do that, he still comes up with double digits in assists.
Yeah. I like number 3 on the Hawks a lot.
Bogdanovich.
The white boy, I like him a lot.
You know what I mean? And he don't. Go ahead.
Number 3 on the Hawks, I like him a lot. The white boy.
Yeah, Kevin Huerter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does this. Yo, he's got dudes, man, that can drain it from the perimeter, man, and he has help. He has guys that he can trust. When they're on, they're on. Even when they don't really have great shooting nights, they still can perform and do well and dominate on the inside. The kid Collins, he does his numbers, man. He does his numbers. So they have inside game and they have the outside game. So we really don't know which way to come with these Atlanta Hawks, yo.
So listen, I'm supporting them just because they got past those bum-ass Knicks. But how did they get past the 76ers? Can you break that down? Never mind the Bucks right now. How did the Hawks get past the 76ers? Nobody thought they were going to win that series. What happened?
They thought they were going to win. And I think that, the Philadelphia 76ers gave it up. They gave up the GOAT, man. They were supposed to win that series, man. A lot of people want to blame it on Doc Rivers. And I'm going to say it like this. Doc Rivers wasn't the one out there missing free throws, Ben Simmons. Doc Rivers wasn't the one out there, throwing the ball away and turning the ball over Joel Embiid. Even though Joel Embiid was having good games, decent games, that was what he was supposed to do.
Okay.
It was nothing spectacular, and that's a problem. When somebody does what they're supposed to do, they want to have a parade to these cats. So, again, at the end of the day, Ben Simmons couldn't do nothing. He's scared. Okay? They got this dude. He's a defensive stalwart. He plays his game defensively, but offensively, he's a liability. So, again, at the end of the day, when you don't have help, you got, guys coming off the bench that are not expected to do anything.
Right.
I mean, shout out to Tyrese Maxey. He saved the Philadelphia 76ers in both of those games he won. So, again, I think it was a situation where the Sixers did it again, and they blew it again.
Right.
They blew it again. And, again, one of those dudes got to go, be it Embiid or Ben Simmons. But it was Doc Rivers' fault.
Is Doc Rivers going to be back next year? I guess that's the question. I don't know.
I hope so. For what? Why not? Why not? And again, I said that before in the show prior. I said, yo, that's the problem with losing franchises. They have a loser mentality. Every year, every 2 years, they want to change their coach.
Okay.
And they get no stability going on. The Sixers got a championship level team. They just don't play like it.
Gotcha.
When they get up by 25 or 30 points, they think the game is over. And when there's 2 minutes left and they down by 4, they don't know what to do.
Yeah. Florida Boy Jay, do you want to jump in? Any thoughts on Doc Rivers?
Yeah.
Florida Boy Jay.
Yeah, I agree with everything but the fact of what he's saying about Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is literally the affirmative action coach. He's only in the league because he's a black coach and he's well connected as a former player. He's a trash bag of a coach. He's the most overrated, overhyped, biggest choke job. That's why his voice is so raspy, because he's a choke job. He choked with the Orlando Magic up 3-1 against the Pistons. He choked with the Celtics.
You don't got to reiterate the history, man. I know the history. You ain't got to reiterate the history. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying to you, is when you got talent out there that's supposed to win, and he's putting you in a position and you don't show up, what are you supposed to do? You can't shoot free throws for Ben Simmons. When Joel Embiid is doing spin moves in the middle and Joel Embiid is way out on the perimeter when he's supposed to be down low, what are you supposed to do?
Okay.
First the Sixers fans blame it on Brent Brown. They got him out of there. And it was the same situation. They didn't know what to do.
Okay. Hey, so left-handed, before you go, so they're playing the Bucks now.
He's a championship coach, because you're right. He does have that history where he's blown playoff games and playoff series.
Hang on, left-handed, any thoughts on the Hawks versus the Bucks?
That's what I'm saying.
Before you go, the Hawks versus the Bucks, your opinion, your prediction, predictions.
I think the Hawks will win, man. But again, at the end of the day, you don't know what's going to happen. But I think the Hawks did what they needed to do to go on and win this series. They got one in Milwaukee, and if they can hold down the home court, they'll win the series.
Okay. Are you still a New York Knicks fan? Because 2 years ago, or was it a year ago, you were contemplating. Hang on a second. I remember you were contemplating leaving them after decades and becoming a Hawks fan. Where are you now, sir?
Yeah.
Left-handed. Where are you now?
I'm New York Knicks, man. Hard body karate, man. I can't go out like that, man. I have to stick with my squad. But again, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't want to pat myself on the back. I know what I see, man.
Right.
I know what I see. When I said the Atlanta Hawks, I wasn't even playing. So here we are. You know what I'm saying? So again, at the end of the day, man, it is what it is, man. The Knicks are going to be better. They're going to be better, and I don't want to talk about them right now.
Okay. Good to hear from you, man. Keep me posted, and let's get that new banner for your project from my community section, all right?
Absolutely, man. Thank you and respect. Florida Boy Jay, have a good evening, man. Ronnie,
yes,
salute.
Thank you.
Hey, salute left-handed, man.
All right, left-handed on the check-in. All right, FBJ, I'm going to finish up with you so Ronnie and I can close this out. Tell us about your new podcast and where people find some of your new content, sir, please.
Yeah, so Perspectives and Facts podcast went live on Instagram Live today, and the video is saved up under my my handle, high_life93.
Okay.
It was a fiery episode. Like I said, Ronnie, she could attest to it.
Nice.
Me and my co-host yelling back and forth, screaming. She was banging on the table.
Really?
A lot of curse words being thrown back and forth. Oh, man.
Listen, send me the link via email so I can post it in the community section. Send me the link, man.
Star, I'm trying to tell you. Hey, listen, the podcast, we talked about the music. We talked about the Ronnie O'Neal shit very briefly.
Send the link.
Send
the link.
Yeah, I'm going to send the link. But all I'm going to say, like I said, is it got very heated. Me and her are still cool, but this I feel like we had another breakthrough as far as how entertaining it was.
Send
the live
the link, please, via email.
We had a lot of views.
Send the link, man.
Yeah.
All right?
Got you.
All right, we'll talk.
This back podcast episode 15.
We'll talk tomorrow, man. Salute. Thank you. Night. Thank you, sir. Salute. Okay. FBJ on the check-in. Ronnie, thank you for being patient. I know we did a lot tonight. And thank you for helping me sift through the topic that I'm very interested in. Can you spot a borderline personality disorder? Any final thoughts, Ronnie, or do we just close it out on that topic?
On a final note, I would say that we're probably all a little bit crazy, as one of the previous callers said.
I think that's a cop out. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Okay. Crazy in a good sense or crazy in a bad sense?
It depends.
Okay. All right. Hey, good to talk to you. We'll catch up tomorrow, I guess.
All right, sorry. Take care. Have a great night.
Thank you, Ronnie. Take care. All right. Greasy Ronnie holding me down there. Let me go to PayPal for those who could not get through tonight. Hey, Miss G, how are you? Miss G says, hey, Star. I would like to chime in on the topic. Oh, Miss G, are you still there? Because I'm trying to shut it down. Area code 615. Let me see if you're still there. Miss G, is that you?
Yes, it's me, Star. How are you?
Good. You are my last caller. Where do you want to start?
As far as the disorders are concerned, the one guy that called in about the bipolar, I could feel where he's coming from, and I would like to let him know there's hope at the end of the rainbow. Okay. I had that issue with my own son, and what I had to realize was, for me, it was like he was an adult trapped in a child's body.
Okay.
He did everything early. He had teeth at 3 months.
Okay.
He walked at 8 months. He could say his alphabet forward and backward at 3 years old. Like, everything he did was always advanced. It was real bizarre. So we had a tough time, and we went through the whole mental health roller coaster with facilities, medication, things like that. Fast forward, what I realized, without snitching on myself, we did a herbal therapy, is what I would like to say.
Oh, yeah.
We went that route, and I found that it calmed him a lot.
Okay.
Now he's 18 years old, and he's living on his own. Actually, before he turned 18 years old.
Okay.
He was kind of making my household chaotic, so we couldn't always see eye to eye because I had other children.
Right.
But I will say now he's working. He keeps a job.
Good for him.
He lives in a house now with roommates. He's paying bills. So he actually is doing quite well. He's finally able to be an adult how he's always wanted to be an adult, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Listen, in no way, shape, or form am I trying to analyze people's kids. I mean, I was a spoiled kid growing up, so I tend to gravitate towards spoiled kids. Or if someone has a fun nature, I amp up the set, and sometimes it's not always the best course of action, but again, life is a bowl of pizzas to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And what I think is, with you, Star, you utilize your duality quite well.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. I think we all have duality when we are dealing with our higher and lower selves.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we all do. So when it comes to disorders per se, who are the people that's actually the ones telling us what's a disorder? I think what is the baseline of normal? I mean, that's not, how can we define that? You get what I'm saying? Like, how do you define what normal is? Mm-hmm. A lot of times when people find their tribe of who they see eye to eye with, they do quite well. Because if you've seen people that are so-called with disabilities like Down syndrome, things like that, I've seen couples that are together like that, and they seem very happy. You'll see them in a mall holding hands, and I've seen one recently where they had a child together. Okay. So I don't know, maybe it's about finding your tribe.
Possibly.
And who you actually are on the same frequency or same level with. And a lot of times the world doesn't want to hear what you have to say. And I think that frustrates a lot of people because they have to pretend to be somebody in one format and then be somebody else in another format. So I think we all, in some type of way, have to deal with our higher and lower selves. And what that encompasses is a variation depending on who we are.
Very well said. Very well said. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate your
And
support.
as far as...
I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, as far as Nick Cannon is concerned about his kids, I think that I think he hasn't came out and said it, but I think that Nick Cannon is living a polygyny lifestyle. Whereas, and when people think of that, it does not have to be everyone in the same household. That's not how it has to be set up. Mm-hmm. As long as he's taking care of all those households, right. Because all the females may not get along. But
correct.
Something about him and his particular relationships with them can be different, where they all can't be together because of the females that he's dealing with. Their personalities may not match, but they match with him. And if they're in agreement with how he's doing things, I don't see it where the problem is.
Okay. Miss G, I'm going to shut this down. Thank you for your support as always, and you have a great evening. And I should be back tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Star.
Take care now.
Good night.
Bye. Miss G on the check-in. Hey, folks, thank you. Let me just go through some Cash Apps and Super Chats. David, thank you for your donation. Hey, Lorna, how are you? I loved the collapsing pool story. It's a true story. Elvis, got you. Tonight. Okay, I read that one. Thank you, Elvis. Maumu, got your donation. Thank you, Maumu. B, I got your donation. Frank, Tyler, the Creator's new album drops at midnight tonight. I'm going to check it out tomorrow. I saw him in concert, in case you don't know, on his last album here in Atlanta. That concert was crazy. It's on my IG page, little parts of it. But thank you, Frank, for your donation. Akfad, got your donation. He says, welcome back, Rugarani. Absolutely. And Terrence and Troy, I think that's it. I'm sorry, PPK 1982, thank you. No, I did not hear that new album. Miss Power B, thank you for your donation. Malmu. TD Jake's probably rocking slides with that too. Yo, you have to see his outfit. some crazy pimp shit. Big Wig, thank you. And that's it. Hey, I'll see you guys at some point Friday. I'm not sure when, but enjoy the rest of your evening.